Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time. And now, your hosts and owners of SoNapa Grille.
Episode 70, Grapes and Debates.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Adam Barringer,
good to see
founder
you.
of SoNapa Grille, here with my business partner, Joe Bates.
Hey, everybody.
That was a great name growing up, wasn't it?
It's a great name. Still a great name.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Joseph Curtis Bates.
Did they call you Mr. Bates? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
Thanks.
Just checking. We've got a couple of amazing guests today. We have Andrew Drew Dutell with Constellation Brands.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for tasting us on some amazing wines a couple weeks ago. Because of that, we're putting the Double Diamond on the menu.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Since then, we've had two of our three wine dinners, Napa, the history of Napa in 6 glasses, and we did feature the Robert Mondavi Fumé Blanc. Absolutely amazing. It was so smooth.
I love it.
So thank you for that, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the wines that we have in front of us. And we have Alyssa Lasky,
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me today.
the Icon division
Yes.
of Southern Glazer Wine and Spirits.
Yes, absolutely. It has been a pleasure being your sales consultant this time. I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what we have is we have the Robert Mondavi Napa Valley Cab. Why don't we talk a little bit about that? Talk about what Constellation Brands is trying to do with the brand.
Yeah, sure. So the Robert Mondavi Winery is the 2021 Napa Cabernet. It's drinking beautifully right now. They're saying 2021 is going to be a vintage for of the decade. So
That's what we've heard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I've had quite a few cabs, I think, from the vintage, but obviously this one probably the most. But what we're trying to do is really trying to get, we talked about this a little bit last time we met, was getting liquid to lips. I mean, the wine is drinking amazing. Robert Mondavi Winery. Robert Mondavi was a pioneer, obviously, in the industry. A big reason that a lot of us have, that the hospitality industry is what it is. So we're really trying to get the name kind of back out there. It sort of has fallen off in the sense that, maybe overshadowed by a lot of the up-and-comers and stuff like that. So we're really just trying to get, people kind of reintroduce everyone to Robert Mondavi Winery.
Well, I got to say that he is certainly an icon and perhaps one of the most influential figures of Napa Valley, and especially when you go from the 60s moving forward. He basically had his fingerprint on almost everything that took place in the valley, including putting Napa Valley essentially from a farming community to the world stage.
True.
So you go from being that type of an icon, and this wine, amazing. His Krug, the lines of Charles Krug, owned by Mondavi, amazing. Opus 1, amazing. We got a couple of props. Then we have Robert Mondavi Private Selection. There's another prop down there, Joe.
Surprises.
Yes.
And the venerable.
Woodbridge by Mondavi.
But it does still say founded by Robert Mondavi on the bottom.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to keep those up. Now just kind of walk our listeners through, because when people hear or see Mondavi, I don't know if they understand the incredible wines that they put out when you have so many, the Woodbridge and the Mondavi Private Selection.
Yeah, I think there was a time, obviously, and Robert Mondavi was still alive, right, where they felt like there should be a bottle of wine on everyone's table that said Robert Mondavi.
Right.
So they did the private selection, and I think it was a great idea what he was trying to do. I think they probably made a misstep with the private selection labeling of it as well. So people were like, oh my God, which wine am I getting? So people were confused.
Right.
And it became probably more of a hand sell a little bit, especially on wine lists. And, the somm has to kind of explain, obviously they make amazing wines. They own 450 acres of To Kalon Vineyard, which is was just recently
insane.
voted insane,
Yeah.
and just recently voted the #1 vineyard in America.
Is that the largest parcel?
It's the largest.
The Mondavi's 450 acres.
It is, yeah, in Oakville, yeah. So obviously, and then Tokalam was just voted #7 too in the world.
Okay.
It's wild that I don't know. They've been making all these amazing wines for so long, and they did this and it sort of kind of derailed what they've been doing. With that being said, they've still been doing it, and the juice is amazing. So you can't find a bad vintage of the Napa tier or the Oakville tier or obviously the Reserve tier. So.
And I imagine they're still using good grapes, probably left over from these tiers going down into the private select, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's anything unused. Obviously, there's so much unused. Even like some of the unused Tokalam stuff will go in the Napa tier and the Oakville tier.
Right.
So I'm sure that happens with the other stuff as well.
But I'm sure that those Woodbridge brands and some of those lower tier brands probably kind of made people discount their great brands maybe a little bit.
100%.
And wonder what you're getting. Like you said.
Correct. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it definitely stole some of the thunder and really probably, pushed people away to some other brands because they didn't know what they were drinking. It was a little hard for them to discern between, am I drinking something that was $6 at Publix or am I drinking this amazing wine? Right. So they've been they're making world-class wines, and we really want to get that kind of back out to people. So.
Right, and I believe that this is...
Can we get our nose in this one?
Oh, yeah. Get your nose. Get involved.
Like, what are we waiting on?
I've already had a sip.
This thing's called Grapes and Debates. Let's start with...
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Boom.
Cheers. This is the 2021 you said?
Yes.
Alyssa, what do you know about it?
I've learned a lot from my time with Southern and especially working the market with Drew. He is an encyclopedia of knowledge for the brands that we represent. Robert Mondavi is like the Steve Jobs of Napa Valley, honest to God.
Absolutely.
And he's, like you said, a pioneer for all other brands, competition. But he's also changed the culture of the wineries in the area, worldwide, honestly. It was him, I believe, and his wife that started first ever tours of the winery in the grounds in the United States.
Yeah, first
They
tasting
invented
room, right?
tasting rooms.
Yeah, and it's like that wasn't a thing before, which is crazy. So he wants to not only educate people, but bring value to the wines that they're tasting and the culture that they have, and it's really a beautiful thing. Really is.
Now everybody's doing it.
Tasting
rooms
absolutely,
come in, right?
it's crazy.
Yeah,
He
because
set the
of him.
standard.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What year did he pass?
In 2008.
I thought it was a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2001, but I could be wrong.
But you talked about the education. In 2001, he donated $35 million to UC Davis
I
for
read
education, just to keep that
Absolutely.
education going, and that's the premier viticultural college in the area. So just wrote a check for $35 million.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
I scratch that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wrote it. Sure he wrote it off.
All right, so we just had some incredible
This is
wines.
fantastic.
How is this?
This is drinking fantastic.
It really is.
Like most wines now, I think it's ready to drink right now.
Agreed.
Balanced, tannins are soft, but I think it could probably lay down for a decade as well.
Yeah, I think 10 years.
Why
no
would you
problem.
let it? Why would you let it?
Why would you? You're not going to let it. We know,
Absolutely not.
we know. Oh, bottle of wine?
Boom.
Yeah. No, I think it's drinking fantastic. Big grapefruit and
So we just brought in 2 cases. This is going to be the wine for Member Monday.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
love that.
Member
That's awesome.
Monday.
Love to hear it.
All
Love that.
3 locations, we're going to be serving this.
That's incredible. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. That's great.
Code word. What's a code word? We got to come up with a good code word.
Oh,
How about this? Dutell.
let's go.
I love
Yes.
Do tell.
Absolutely.
So you come in, you say Dutell,
Code
and
word.
that's the code
Yep.
word.
Do tell what?
You're going to get a nice sample pour of the Robert Mondavi
Absolutely.
Napa Valley. I'm telling you, listeners, guests, you will be blown away on how good this Napa Valley cab is.
It's drinking
Absolutely
great right now.
insane.
Yes.
So Constellation, how long have you been with them?
Just a little over a year.
Okay. When did Constellation pick up Mondavi?
It was
Do you-
2000. That might have been around 2013, 2015.
It's been a while.
Something like that. A little over 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the brands that we just showed you, did Constellation spin those off, or does Constellation still own those?
So they just recently sold those to the wine group.
Okay, right. And so Constellation is really going to focus on the upper tier.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's basically Schrader, Double Diamond,
Luxury
Robert Mondavi
tier.
Winery, yeah, the Prisoner, all luxury tiers. So we have some offshoots of the Prisoner Wine Company with Unshackled and Blindfold, but
Sure.
yeah, they're going to focus on all the premium tiers. So.
Yeah.
Which we think is a great move right now. We're already
Right.
seeing a great, everything looks kind of great for the year, so we're excited. We're having off to a good start, so we think it's the right move.
Nice.
We noticed, we drove by, we were out there this past, a few months ago? When
Yes, we were there.
A few months ago.
We were
And
in May.
Big
May.
renovation
Oh, yeah.
going on. What's happening at the winery?
All right, so it's gonna be really exciting. So they're trying to keep they want to keep all like the roots of it, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
anyone who's ever lived
It's a
there,
gorgeous property.
yeah, or been there, right? It looks
wait.
exactly like
Yeah.
it always has. So they're kind of keeping that. Obviously, the arch and tower will still be at the entrance and out front, but they've made some changes, and they're all like sort of they want to keep all the fundamentals of the old school winemaking, but they've added all these like new technologies to kind of add to
The experience.
the experience. So they've got like all electric tractors, and they have like new presses and just all these like new things that should make it really, really nice. So
Awesome.
Exciting.
yeah,
Can't wait
it's
to go
exciting.
out there.
Yeah, so it's set to open spring of 2026. So it's right around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
March is really the target.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful
they look
property.
like a huge project.
Huge. I mean, I think it's been closed for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know the number that they put into it, but it's quite a bit of money has gone into it.
Right.
So
Speaking of electric tractors, when we were out there, do you remember seeing, seriously, there was a computer on the front of a tractor and there wasn't anyone driving it.
yeah, like solar or something, or
No, it was
or
self-driving.
just
self-driving.
No,
Like a
and there was,
drone.
there was a dude that was back there driving having a
Like
couple
a Tesla
tractors.
tractor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think when you talk about technology, I think
Nuts.
that's kind of some of the stuff that you're going to see.
That's
Yeah.
And
futuristic.
that plus
That's pretty cool.
drones that help manage the vineyards. I mean, yeah, some cool stuff going on out there.
I think it's cool because I think what they're all a lot of them are doing now too, and I know Robert Mondavi Winery for a fact. They really let the terroir like showcase the wines, so they're not trying to mess with the land as much. They just want to make it more, just a little more earth friendly.
Well, can you tell us maybe a little bit more about that and sustainable farming and kind of what their practices are and hands off, let the fruit be the fruit type of thing, and what's happening out there? Who's the winemaker, by the way?
The head winemaker is Curtis, and I don't want to butcher his name, but I think it's Ogasara or something similar to that. His name's Curtis though, and he's
Okay.
a great guy. They've got a board.
We're just going to call him Kurt.
Yeah, we call
Who's
him
the
Kurt.
winemaker? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Kurt.
that's my middle name.
I haven't met him, but I feel like he'd like that.
Okay,
I feel like
yeah.
just call him Kurt.
Yeah.
But he's
Sea-Dog.
great. Yes.
Nope.
K-Dog.
K-Dog.
Too far. Is it K-Dog? Oh, it's Curtis with a K?
yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. All right,
Okay.
K-Dog.
All right.
K-Dog for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Tell him I said hey.
Yeah, I'll tell him you said hi.
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
so
stop in
I'll
and
tell you.
we'll hang out with him
Well,
next
hey,
time we're out there.
we'd love to have you guys there, obviously. So when you're out there, obviously after the once it opens, we'd love to have you.
Oh, well,
So,
we got hard hats.
Let's check your
Yeah.
calendar.
We got hard hats. We'll
check
go
our
out, check
calendars.
us. We'll check on the construction for
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Yeah. Or bring your
So
hard
yeah,
hat.
winemaking.
Yeah. So the winemaking. So they believe strongly in kind of letting the land. If you take care of the land, then the land will produce great wine. So that's exactly what they continue to do. All the technology is really just to kind of continue to take care of the land and obviously make the process even better. So
Just so beautiful,
yeah.
honestly.
Have you had a chance to visit yet?
I have not.
No.
I have not.
All right. What are you
That's
waiting
on my
on,
bucket
though?
list.
we've talked about
get
it. I mean,
Alyssa out
she's
there.
fairly new, so
Sure.
we're working on it. Yeah, we didn't leave her out of a trip or
Okay.
anything.
All right.
Better
So,
not.
no, we
Better
wouldn't.
not.
We wouldn't do that. She's been great to us. So we would
I
never.
smell a group trip in our spring future.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Drew,
So
I'm
this is
not
not
going to. I'm
something
not
I-
going to insist that you finish what you have.
Gotcha.
You can go ahead and
So
enjoy that.
Double Diamond, I'm not familiar with it at all.
Okay,
I haven't
Alyssa?
seen this label.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are we
You
what are we getting ready to pour here?
Are you gonna finish that or?
Yeah, just give me a second.
All right, wow.
Don't peer pressure the first
You
time
know
guest.
what? Okay, you're
Peer
right.
pressure
You're
the
right.
first time guest.
I guess we were probably slow on it, right? We were
No,
just,
listen. I'm gonna give you a fresh glass.
Listen, I had some last night.
Double Diamond.
All right, there you are, my friend.
Thank you.
No. The,
All right. It's almost like you're a
Mondavi.
veteran of the show with that.
These glasses
it.
are
That's
crystal
it.
clear.
Thank you.
These are. Yeah.
Here you go.
All right, so
Let's talk about this. This is you're right here. You're right
Oh, is
here.
that me?
Yeah,
Okay.
wherever you want it. Yeah.
Yeah, double diamond.
All right, so the Double Diamond. So this is really under the Schrader umbrella.
Okay.
Thomas Rivers Brown, who is our lead winemaker for Schrader, also makes Double Diamond. So long story short, they created Double Diamond because they didn't have all the wine for the members in between vintages releases. So they created Double Diamond, and I mean, it got released and was kind of an instant hit. It was #1 on the Wine Spectator, the 2019 vintage, and that's sort of where it kind of got its like cult following, if you will. Kind of became something that you want to see on a wine menu. Something as soon as you see it, you know what you're getting. So they've done a great job. They've gone more towards an homage to Schrader as well, as you can kind of see Old Sparky
Yep.
Okay.
on the label here, kind of
okay.
superimposed,
Okay.
which is pretty cool. Old Sparky is, if you don't already know, is Schrader's flagship wine. You can only buy it in magnums, and it's like they've released a vintage every couple of years. Usually, it's pretty,
Okay.
pretty exclusive, anyways. And you can kind of see at the bottom here, vintage and bottled by Schrader. And then Thomas Rivers Brown, the winemaker. He's gotten 25 100-point scores from Robert Parker Jr. and 2 100-point scores from Wine Spectator, and he's the first American winemaker to establish that feat. So it's pretty cool.
That's incredible.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they attribute him to having the Midas touch.
Oh.
Is the double diamond a ski reference or?
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
they were on a lift when they created it.
Okay.
Stop
So
it.
They really were.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So cool.
So cool. Yeah, and it was really just something that they could offer. You see, you see wineries do that sometimes when they have an exclusive wine like Schrader that you can't just send out to your membership all the time.
Right.
They're not available, so they created Double Diamond. They were kind of going up the ski lift, and that's sort of where the name was
Sure.
born.
So fun.
And just so you know, 2 weeks ago, I had this for the first time. 2 sips in,
that
going
was
on the menu.
that was the biggest reaction
Yeah.
we got out of him.
No, this is
Yeah.
this is a
Absolutely.
big one and a great story behind it.
Yeah.
What's the word I love for big tannic
Grippy?
red wine?
How could you forget
Grippy.
that?
It's
I like
grippy.
grippy. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
grippy.
think, I don't think it's that
Grippy.
grippy.
Yeah, it's grippy.
I'm gonna
So
steal that.
I'm with
No, I
Adam.
love it.
Steal
I'm
that.
with Adam on this. I honestly think it kind of walks that line between being masculine and feminine. You know what I mean? I don't think it's
No,
like
I think it's so well balanced.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's kind of soft, but it's like it's firm. You know,
Got structure.
kind of best of both worlds.
Sure.
But I love the term grippy, and I'm definitely stealing it.
No, I'm
Yeah, you can
stealing
steal
it.
that,
Yeah,
right?
I don't
Yeah.
use it ever, and I'm
It's
gonna
grippier
start.
than the first one.
Okay.
Grippier than the Mondavi.
Yeah, well, that
So-
makes sense. So, I mean, obviously, all the grapes are, from Oakville, and then quite a few, they source some, they don't source them, but the grapes from the young vines in Tokelon as well.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, too, and I've had a decent amount of Tokelon wines from Robert Mondavi.
Now you're just bragging.
Well, I mean,
Now you're just
you can
bragging.
you can tell, right? Because
Right.
I think the wines from Tokelon, depending on what block, are they're like this. They drink big, but they're also kind of soft
Yeah.
and beautiful. So
It's absolutely not too big to drink right now.
correct.
It's
yeah.
just a little grippier than the first one. That's
yeah.
all.
No, I get that. Yeah.
So no, I love it.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. And when we tasted it, we had a great lineup when we tasted a couple weeks ago, Adam.
We
and,
did.
Out of all the wines, this one was like, he was like, what's going on?
It's almost as if they're paying us to drink this
That's
wine.
exactly what he said.
Are they?
No, I mean,
Are we in check?
Not yet.
No? Some residuals?
Yeah. Absolutely not. Just to be clear.
the answer is not.
We are not.
To be
Hashtag,
clear.
Hashtag GoFundMe.
I promise. But yeah.
We are not paid to drink any wine.
Yeah.
Wow, these are fantastic.
I mean, we do pay ourselves, but
yeah,
there's no.
No.
minimally.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be drinking a lot of Double Diamond in SoNapa. And
Can't wait.
And
I like
Robert
that.
Mondavi Winery on Monday with
Absolutely.
the secret
I'll
word
be there.
Dutell. Yeah.
So
I'll
can
be
I
there
can I
this
ask an
afternoon.
industry question?
Yeah.
So just kind of the word is wine sales are down, slipping a little bit. Everybody's got their reasons why, whether people are just drinking less. I think young people are drinking less.
We're going to really
than-
blame it.
than
Alyssa, we
we
got
used
to blame
to.
it on your generation.
Don't
What's
count me.
going
Don't.
on?
I'm
Well,
not a
the
part of that
GLP-1
equation. I
drugs.
promise you that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I have.
Like,
I
what's
have
the
heard
word
that
inside the industry?
finances, and it is the Gen Z generation just smoking more pot, not drinking as much alcohol. We're told that consistently, and
Do you
it's
think
a
it's
weird trend.
smoking, or do you think it's gummies, or is it drinks?
It's
Whatever
intake
is
of any
easily
kind, yeah.
accessible.
Okay,
I think it's
That's not just your generation,
it's a
by
lot
the
of
way.
gummies.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely not. But no, I think,
And I think the weight
honestly,
loss
the
drugs
economy, too.
are
It's
affecting
crazy.
people's appetites for wine and food.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
People are a little bit more, I think they're a little more cognizant too of what they're, they don't want to, if they don't want to, they're eating less, they're drinking less, they're just trying to probably stay, more fit, which is probably somewhat of a new trend for Americans. With that being said, though, the wine drinking trend is kind of all over the place. You'll see people, they're saying it's THC one week, and the next week it's, something else.
Right.
And 1 week it's, it's marijuana or something. So it just feels like it's kind of all over the place. So
They're
no one
even
really
making
knows. I think it's
THC infused cocktails now, so it's
right.
like
Yeah.
they're trying to push.
THC infused wine.
Yeah.
people.
I'm ready.
Right.
When
But
you're
I remember
basing-
2 decades ago, we're having the same conversation every single decade, and then it's packaging. Let's put it in a box. Let's put it in a bag. Let's put it in a can,
Yeah.
just to try to attract the young people. Young people just don't get into wine until they're a little more mature.
100%.
They just don't. And so
My
I
little
feel like
brother's
we're
21.
shifting. Right.
He hates wine.
Right.
None of his friend group drink wine.
Right.
I have a bottle, not a whole bottle a night, but like I dabble. I dabble, okay? I
Alyssa.
prefer,
Yeah, sounds-
I
yeah,
prefer
sounds like a
a
confession.
glass of wine over spirits.
We know where all those samples are going to listen.
Shh, don't tell my boss. But no, it is a trend.
That
and
explains it.
But it's
I mean,
something
the
you
other
guys are definitely
day,
talking about behind closed doors, right?
you took all the open samples home.
we
all
left
of
half of
yeah.
them to you. What happened to them?
We did leave a couple.
You did.
We did leave
You
a
did.
couple.
You did.
Yeah, we're usually good about
We'll
that.
blame
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah.
We'll blame Eddie.
Absolutely.
We blame
So-
everything on Eddie.
Mondavi looking out, what are we in, 2025? So 2030, what's Robert Mondavi Winery look like?
Great question.
I have a great feeling about it. We're putting out a lot of media later in the year, and we're really trying to get. I think I said this earlier, but we're just trying to. We want people to sort of. We're going to reintroduce Robert Mondavi Winery. There's I don't know if you guys saw the restaurant issue for Wine Spectator, the recent one last month. I brought an issue for you guys.
Okay.
There's like a 5 or 6 page write up for Robert Mondavi Winery, and it's
Wow.
beautiful. I mean, it's wonderful. It's really just singing his praises. It's got the iconic photo of him standing on the barrels, right, and the tasting room that's underground, and talking about how it's the Psalms love having on their list because it's something to talk about. So we're gonna get out and tell the story and reintroduce it to everybody. So we think the outlook is great.
Because Mondavi doesn't have to grab us. Like, it doesn't have to grab this avatar, this crew. Like, we get it. We know who he was, what he did for Napa, what he did for the area.
Love that.
Like, he's got to go grab
My
her.
generation.
He's got to go grab her.
I think that's part of it, but to reintroduce Robert Mondavi, this particular bottle, that Fumé Blanc that we had,
yeah.
it was just absolutely amazing. And until you revisit it, and for us, I'm so happy to be able to pour this complimentary to our members on Monday, and just to see how awesome it is. And
And I can't wait to get some feedback from him, too.
really.
Yeah. The Fumé Blanc, it's kind of funny. We get we have an employee allowance. Constellation gives us an employee allowance annually to sort of buy just our products.
Sure.
And I spend probably 3/4 of my allowance on the Fumé Blanc.
Is
just
that right?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to have it at the house. I'll buy a couple nice bottles of something Tokelon or some
Everyday drinker, though,
but
pour a glass,
Everyday drinker
right?
Fumé Blanc. I mean, it's it's great.
Yeah.
Especially in Florida. So
Joe, what do you call that one?
it's a
Couple
A
cubes
pool
in?
pounder.
pool
pounder.
porch pounder.
Yeah, listen, I'll put it in a Yeti. And I'll add 3 cubes. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live
How
your
was
best
the
life,
feedback
Joe.
from the dinner?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
One of our most well-received dinners, the kind of
Well, the
history
entire.
of Napa.
But remember the gentleman that you shared the Krug and the Fumé Blanc side by side.
And he said, and this guy was a pretty savvy wine drinker, and he said the Fumé Blanc drank kind of so soft and so subtle that he probably wouldn't have guessed it was a Sauv Blanc. And I don't know if that's the style you're going for,
Is
but
it more fruity, right?
No,
it doesn't have that tartness.
it's not.
though.
It's not
Okay.
citrus. It's just it's smooth and well balanced. You could almost argue. I mean, at one point, was it a Chardonnay? I mean, you know,
Interesting.
that's where I'm going.
He actually thought it was oaked.
What, the Fumé Blanc.
The Fumé Blanc.
So the Fumé Blanc does touch a little bit of oak, though. That's
Okay.
why it's a Fumé.
Okay.
Right? And I used to work for Charles Krug before I worked for Constellation, and I love that Sauvignon Blanc, but that one is not oak, so they're like two probably totally different.
And he tasted them side by side, and they were. The Charles Krug was crisp.
Sure.
You know, kind of got you right back here.
Quite a bit of fruit, too, right? I feel like,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, there's quite a bit of fruit, at least on the finish. And then the Fumé Blanc is kind of well-rounded, and it's a little bit of oak in there. So.
Well, and the history of that Fumé from Mondavi is,
Crazy.
you know, really put it on the map, and you know, nobody was drinking that, right? No. And
no one was
then-
drinking it. He said, "Oh, let's call it Fumé."
Hey, let's call it Fumé.
That's what I like about him. You know, he seemed like he's such a,
Right.
you know, it's a a pioneer in so many different ways, like a
Right.
Renaissance
Absolutely.
man. You know,
Well,
just like
great Sauv Blancs were coming out of Puy Fumé, and he just kind of stole the word.
Yeah.
Put a little
I
smoke
believe he was
on
on a
it.
trip over there.
Right.
Is that?
And
Did you come up with that, or did you
Yeah,
read
no,
that? You read it?
I
Or
read
you-
it somewhere. Yeah, there's some truth to it though.
Okay.
there's some truth.
Listen,
Well, we
don't
can make-
don't fact check grapes and debates. Do not fact
Do
check
not.
us.
I mean,
but
you
I'm
don't
pretty
need
sure
to.
that one's right.
I think you're right.
He
yeah.
looked back to Puy Fumé,
He coined it in
great
'69.
Sauv Blancs, yeah, coming out of there, and so he said, "I'll call it fucking Fumé Blanc. I don't give a fuck. Drink it
Yeah.
up." And,
Drink it
and
up,
he did.
yeah. and he did, and it was a thing. You
And it was
know?
a thing.
It was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that it's certainly you and you, Alyssa, have your job cut out for you to get people reintroduced to that because of the Woodbridge by Mondavi, the private selection that
Yes.
says his name on the label. And I think that the same thing, I think that same mistake was made by Inglenook. And Inglenook puts out they have great wines.
Another storied winery.
Yeah, they have 1,000 acres in basically right in the valley. I mean, 1,000 acres, and they make some great wines. But to get people to think Inglenook other than that big jug wine that our parents drank I think that's a tough task to overcome.
Yeah, it can be, but I tell you, like, part of our strategy is really to, we introduce to people like you, and you guys have it on your list,
Right.
and you're talking to people about it. People respect, you guys have a lot of credibility. People respect you, have a great base of customers that come in there, guests that come in there that are interested in wine, and that's exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to have
Absolutely.
people, that they respect, reintroduce them to it as well, and people are going to know Robert Mondavi Winery again. They're going to read the
There you go.
articles in Wine Spectator, and they're going to see all these great write-ups about it and these great scores that they get every year, and it's gonna bounce back.
So
had
do
a
you
lot of
think that
success,
do you
too.
think that we could petition Constellation to get an allotment as well, like the employee allotment?
Right.
Do you think
Yeah.
we could?
First.
No, yeah, a stipend.
Just
I
yes.
think we should get a Mondavi stipend.
I like
And,
that.
Yeah, so we've got I don't know what $5,000 a year to
That'd be nice.
yeah just
Yeah.
scoop up some.
You do some-
Yeah.
yeah.
What's yours? Yeah.
It's not 5,000. It's not $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can tell you what I can do for sure. I can share some of mine with you. Of some of the stuff I buy, I'm going to buy an old Sparky when it comes available.
Okay.
And we can all open it together.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
on the Great
we'll-
Debate.
We'll have you back on.
Right? Have me back
Yes.
on.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
We
That
could
would be
bring
fun.
some Robert Mondavi Winery Tokelon stuff as well, some
Love.
reserve.
Well, hey, you know what
love-
would be really kind of cool to do in the near future? And it just hit me to think of this.
Oh boy.
Every
Every time he does this, there's
Oh no.
okay.
a Constellation Brands wine dinner. So it doesn't have to be
Okay.
Mondavi per se. It could be the Double Diamond. It could be
Schrader.
the Mount Veeder, the Schrader, the
What we also have, we have the Sea Smoke.
Yep.
The Sea
Oh,
Smoke
that's
Chardonnay
right. That
Pinot
is
drinking really
Beautiful.
great. The Mount Feeder
It's
Cab
ridiculous.
is drinking
Mount Feeder, oh.
super great.
Well,
right
according
now,
to
too.
Eddie,
brought
it's
in?
drinking so
You
incredible.
brought
Eddie
in
might be
Mount
the
Feeder.
Eddie might be
He
the
might have
biggest
taken
fan of
that
Mount
home.
Feeder in the state. Yeah,
I
He
think he
really
took it
is.
home.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did take it home.
He's doing God's work for me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's selling it all over the state.
God bless Eddie.
God bless Eddie.
But I think a Constellation dinner would be cool. We have so many, it's whites and reds that I think would be, you could
Oh, yeah.
fill. We talked about it, I think, a little bit, maybe doing even a high west paper plane for the first course. you know, and then
Yes.
doing
Okay.
like 4 or 5 wines to follow.
Well, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
which would be pretty cool.
By the end of the tasting, I forgot what we talked
I
about.
know. We had
Maybe we talked about all this.
a big lineup. I try not to ever do more than 6 wines, but I felt like we just kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Well, that's
Yeah.
sea
the
smoke.
Mary
It gets away
Poppins
from me
bag.
sometimes.
Here's just
Yeah, I'll be like, well, we
oh,
have
here's
this.
another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the sea smoke?
Yeah.
The sea smoke was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had it before?
No, but I've heard of it. But I think isn't the Pinot Noir very highly allocated?
It
Or,
is.
Or it meant to be, maybe it's not allocated, but it sells out.
Well, it sells out. Obviously, it's highly allocated and it sells out.
Okay.
And how we do that, obviously, there's already a list that exists, and then anyone who will agree to bring in the Chardonnay too, because we always have a little bit more Chardonnay. The Pinot obviously sells more. I mean, being a red, you know what I mean? It's
Sure.
just, then you automatically sort of start getting yourself on the list in that way. It's one way to get yourself on the list anyway. So we talked about that a little bit. So maybe on the next go, if you're interested in the Chardonnay, and then when the Pinot's released in November, that's something that we could always
Okay.
offer you guys as well. So
Awesome.
We want to work with you guys any way we can. So
Absolutely.
we'll make it happen.
Listen, we appreciate it. The Double Diamond going on the menu. Our next menu reprint, it's going to be within the next 3-4 weeks. It's going to be out. We're going to have the Robert Mondavi Napa Valley as a feature, all 3 restaurants, but it will be in all 3 restaurants on Monday. And with that, we're going
Man,
to...
I'm just looking forward to what's next for Robert Mondavi. Just such a legendary, iconic brand, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited
Yeah.
too. I'm going to leave that issue of Wine Spectator that I have.
Please
so
do.
you guys
Yeah.
read the article. I think you'll.
Okay.
It's really, really great.
And
And
thank
with
you
that,
so much
we're
for
gonna
having
we're
us.
gonna call it.
thank
This
you.
is
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
our
Cheers.
slogan:
Yep.
Taste, toast together.
Taste toast together.
Boom, boom, boom.